As Tampa Stadium awaits the start of the 1992 NFL season, the team that calls it home is busy preparing for what is already their most anticipated year. By the time the Tampa Bay Buccaneers step on the field on opening day, players and coaches will be ready to put an end to a succession of frustrating seasons and begin a new era of success. Under the leadership of new head coach Sam Wyche, the Buccaneers have charted a bold course and are ready to step into the NFL spotlight. A tremendous sense of expectation has taken hold in Tampa Bay. Tough times never last, but this tough team has, and for the steadfast Buccaneer fans who never lost faith, 1992 will be a year of rebirth and a rekindling of youthful enthusiasm. Now is not the time for reflecting back, but for looking forward, because for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the adventure begins. Sam Wyche is a man who knows what it takes to build a winner and has assumed the role of turning this team around with his characteristic determination and drive.
Yes, sir! Good job.
He's got a lot of good ideas and a lot of plans that he wants to put into effect. And I think he's going to be a very strong, powerful leader, but one that has a lot of caring and sensitivity.
Wyche cares about his players and about getting them ready to win.
Have a great one, Boomer. A lot of points, baby. Go, Blake.
I'm going to demand of my players that in the meeting room that they take notes, that they're sharp, they're alert. And then on the practice field, it's all business. We're not going to practice long. We'll be on the field about an hour and 30 to an hour and 40 minutes, but it will be an up-tempo, intense practice. I think you win games on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sunday is when you show your stuff.
Come on, let's go! Get out of here! Come on, let's go right now! Come on, man, right now! Turn it on! Let's go! We're going to run this ball right down their throat. We may throw a couple in here, but we're going to jam it right down their throat. You attack them right in their face! Right in their face!
Wyche is highly experienced. For 4 years, he directed the 49ers passing game and is widely credited with helping to develop future Hall of Famer Joe Montana. In 8 seasons as head coach in Cincinnati, Wyche, with his innovative use of the no-huddle offense and creative play calling, led the Bengals to 2 division crowns and Super Bowl 23.
Halfback happy. 80, halfback jolly. Spread, be ready. It'll be 80, halfback jolly. Be alert for a blazer call. Fake, blazer, Fox 2. You ready for attack on 3rd down and go 62 or 3 Excalibur. How about the bingo right here? All right, let's go Eagle. All right, yeah, Eagle. Eagle. All right, regular in the game. Regular. That's all right, regular in the game. We're going to go drift left, Z swing. Regular. Hit him in the flat. Hit him right on the flat. There'll be man coverage.
Boys down there. Eddie Brown comes in motion. Boomer's going to have to throw into the end zone. Touchdown.
Wyche is often right on the money and right on the rules.
Touchdown to Tim McGee. And Boomer was really hit from the blind side, and he is being helped to his feet.
Hey, our quarterback got clubbed in the face and the neck right there. He's going to live, but that is a penalty.
Wyche's inventive mind, along with his intensity and love of the game, make him the perfect pilot to get the Buccaneers soaring in 1992. The biggest question that the Bucs' new head coach faces is the fate of quarterback Vinny Testaverde. Testaverde has had some shining moments in 5 seasons in Tampa Bay, but his performance has lacked consistency.
There are a few players that haven't reached their potential, and I put one right at the top, Vinny Testaverde. You can't win in this league unless the guy pulling the trigger, the quarterback, is a solid quarterback, not just a passer. And there's a difference between a passer and a quarterback. He's got to be a commander on the field. He's got to be the field general that gets everybody in the right place at the right time and then executes himself. I don't mean shoots himself, I mean he executes his part of the game plan.
Number 14 can fire off the perfect pass, and under Wyche's guidance, potential is likely to turn into production.
If you break down the component parts of the quarterback, Vinny Testaverde has them all. He's got a good drop, he's got a good carry of the ball, he's got good arm strength, he's got excellent touch, tremendous accuracy. None of those things are going to be a problem. It's putting it all together in one package and blending it with the rest of the team. And I'm a firm believer that it's the team with the best combination of players that wins. It's not the team that has that one superstar. You've got to have the supporting cast with him too.
Testaverde's supporting cast includes tight end Ron Hall, number 82. Hall was slowed by injury last year, but finished off the season strong, and in 1992 will join the Bucs' other tight end, Jesse Anderson, in the end zone. Also bothered by injury last season was wide receiver Bruce Hill. This 5-year veteran is looking to bounce back and give defenses trouble.
The Bucs goes toward the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Bruce Hill.
In 1991, Willie Drury enjoyed his best season as a pro and proved he could contribute.
Good snap. Then he drops the throw. Gets the pass away, and it is caught. Picked up by Drury at the 40 to the 50. Drury's going to go all the way. 30, 20. Drury scores a touchdown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The Buccaneers' most experienced receiver is Mark Carrier, number 88. In 5 seasons, Carrier has set 5 team receiving records, and next year will be expected to lead Tampa Bay both on and off the field.
He is going to be one of the pillars. We're going to have to rely on a few people around this team to become leaders. Step up, get back into that locker room and yank a few guys around, and Mark Carrier's got to be one of them.
One of the highlights of 1991 was the stellar performance of one of Tampa Bay's newest shining stars, Lawrence Dawsey. Number 80 led all NFL rookies with 55 receptions and 818 yards and was named Sports Illustrated's Rookie of the Year.
This guy is something special. He runs beautiful pass routes, makes the catch, seems to always find the open hole in zones and make the play. I think probably he was the first person that was mentioned to me when I came here as, here are your stars. Here are the people you can count on that are going to be big-time players for a long time.
Some of Tampa Bay's biggest players are on the offensive line, including Charles McCray, Ian Beckles, Tom McHale, Rob Taylor, Plan B acquisition Bruce Reimers, and one of the top offensive linemen in the NFL, Paul Gruber.
Paul Gruber is a pretty quiet guy, but he's an outstanding athlete. He's a great run and pass blocker. He's a guy that protects my blind side, and I have a lot of confidence in Paul. I'd want nobody else playing that position but Paul.
While Gruber will be steering the defense away from Testaverde this season, fullbacks Alonzo Highsmith and Robert Wilson, number 20, will be clearing a path for Tampa Bay's runners. In his rookie season, Wilson demonstrated his special talent for blocking and also showed that he knows how to score. One man ready to settle a score is running back Gary Anderson. Number 40 is a versatile veteran eager to make up for a disappointing 1991 by running circles around opposing defenses in 1992. Anderson's big play potential could be a significant part of Wyche's offense next season.
Toss sweep right side to Gary Anderson. Goes to his right. Cuts it inside. Anderson to the 45 to the 50. Anderson cuts it back to the 40. Anderson to the 35 to the 30. Anderson to the 25 to the 20. Gary Anderson to the 10-yard line. To the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Another back who has proved he can open up Tampa Bay running lanes is Reggie Cobb, who rushed for over 750 yards last season.
One of the things that we hope to do is that we'll take a player like Reggie Cobb, we'll find out the things he does best, and we'll highlight those things. We're going to probably put a lead blocker in front of Reggie Cobb and give him a chance to get the ball and find the hole and use his size and strength and speed to his advantage.
In 1991, this Buccaneer hot rod drove downfield at full speed, yielding to few defenses and slowing down only after parking the ball in the end zone 7 times.
Testaverde takes the snap, hands it off to Cobb. Cut back run by Cobb to the 20, Cobb to the 15, to the 10, Cobb to the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Heading into his 4th NFL season, Cobb is ready to roll and steer Tampa Bay's offense into the end zone. In 1992, Cobb and the Buccaneers hoped to drop in on an unsuspecting NFL and execute a perfect landing, just as they did last season when the playoff-bound Detroit Lions invaded Tampa Stadium.
In motion, the toss sweep comes to Cobb. Left side hurdles. He has a Buccaneer touchdown. And Tampa Bay has taken an early 6-0 lead. From the 3, toss sweep comes to Cobb. Cobb 2 to the 4, Cobb to the 1. Cobb hurdles, touchdown, Tampa Bay. And Reggie Cobb scores his 2nd touchdown, and that was a lot harder than the
1st. Cobb's heroics were matched for a time by the NFL's most elusive runner, Barry Sanders, who added 2 touchdowns of his own. Sanders, however, was the only Lion that roared that day as the Bucs defense caged Detroit's quarterback early and threw away the key. Tampa Bay forced Eric Kramer to fumble twice and throw 2 interceptions, giving the ball back to the Bucs offense, who gave it back to Cobb. Cobb sprinted 59 yards for his final score, and thanks to a key block by Lawrence Dawsey, crossed the goal line untouched to seal Detroit's fate. Cobb's 3 rushing touchdowns set a Bucs single-game record and gave Tampa Bay fans a glimpse at their team's future. The future is already here for a Tampa Bay defense well on its way to the top. Relentless pursuit and hard hits propelled the Bucs from 26th to 11th in overall defense last season under the leadership of defensive coordinator Floyd Peters. Peters translated his defensive diagrams into collisions that confounded his opponent.
It's an attacking defense, and my philosophy is don't ask a person to do something he can't do. In pro ball, they try to get mismatches. The offense is looking and trying to get a mismatch. On defense, I'm trying to protect it and at the same time attack you and make you have to change your personality. You got to beat me left-handed. You can't beat me right-handed. I'll take your right hand away from you.
The Bucs defense beat a path to the ball last year and won the respect of their opponents and fans. But it was just the beginning. With a year of experience under Peters and the improved skills of its players, the Bucs defense is ready to move even higher up the ranks in 1992. Already rated near the top of his game is Bucs defensive standout Broderick Thomas, number 51. Last season, Thomas led Tampa Bay with 174 tackles and 11 sacks and proved to be a true all-star for the Bucs. Many a ball carrier found himself crushed under the wheels of this oncoming train.
Broderick Thomas, I love to play with that man. I mean, I could go to battle with that man. A guy like that that has so much enthusiasm and intensity, in this game, you have to be a little crazy, have a loose screw. And I think that when you have that intensity that Broderick brings to this team, I mean, it just really glows on this team, and that's what we need. And I'm glad that Broderick Thomas is part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Known as the Sandman, Thomas is ready to turn out the lights on his opponents in 1992.
I'm not going to let Reuben Davis down, Keith McCants. I'm not going to let Mark Robinson down this year. I intend to be the best player and the best team player that Broderick Thomas possibly can be.
The midseason arrival last year of number 55, Jesse Solomon, gave Tampa Bay's defense a decisive edge. Solomon knows how to muscle his way through the opposition and shut down even the most productive runners. Another linebacker that put a charge into Tampa Bay in 1991 was Kevin Murphy, number 59. Cornerback Ricky Reynolds, number 29, proved last year that he is still capable of short-circuiting quarterback-receiver connection. Safety Mark Robinson sat out last season with a shoulder injury, but should return to add his talent and experience to Tampa Bay's defensive backfield. With Robinson sidelined, two rookies had to step up to the plate. Tony Covington, number 25, and Marty Carter, number 23. Both had more hits than errors. Up front, the Bucs defense features players like Ray Seals, number 98, who needs little to grab a foothold on quarterbacks. Veteran Reuben Davis, number 79, also knows how to nail an offense down and is outstanding against the run. The future of the Bucs pass rush is number 52, former linebacker turned defensive end Keith McCants.
He played the whole season for us, all but about 10 plays of the season, and did an outstanding job at a new position, defensive end. I can compare him to Bill Gay and Dolman, guys that I switched over to it, and he's way ahead of them. He's still learning, and it takes a couple of years to learn a new spot like that because it is professional football, but he has all the tools to be a great one.
Ball carriers and quarterbacks alike already found McCants plenty tough in 1991. McCants, along with Thomas and the rest of the defense, are charged up and ready to energize the Buccaneers in 1992. Tampa Bay's defense displayed the best of its ability to dominate against Philadelphia last season, and Broderick Thomas showed why he is one of the league's most valuable players. The Bucs limited Philadelphia's offense to only 171 total yards and kept them scoreless in the first half. In fact, the Eagles' only trip across the goal line came by chance.
11. Here's the snap. Benny in the pocket will be hit, dropped, sacked, and a fumbled football recovered by the Eagles in the end zone.
Philadelphia's touchdown and two field goals put Tampa Bay behind 13-0. But the Bucs defense continued to hang tough.
Look out, Keith. Ram. Hey, look out. I'm going to have to touch you up.
The Bucs' intensity forced 4 Eagles turnovers, and when they weren't as clear-cut as this interception by Darrell Fullington, Broderick Thomas provided official assistance.
But he threw it forward. So, hey, listen. So it's all ball. It go back. It's all ball. That's what happened to us. It's all ball. It's all ball. Look at him. He threw the ball. Look at him. Look at him.
Number 51 took his frustrations out on the Eagles quarterback and then on punter Jeff Fiegels. Suddenly, Tampa Bay had the ball at the 8-yard line, and the Buccaneers offense took advantage of their great field position.
Looks right, throws, right, catch made, Wilson, touchdown Tampa Bay. 4:19 left, and that was a big catch and then run by Wilson, the rookie.
Now down 13-7 with 4 minutes left in the game, Tampa Bay's defense held the Eagles one last time and gave the Bucs offense an opportunity to win the game. As anxious Bucs fans sweated it out, Lawrence Dawsey made 2 key catches on Tampa Bay's final drive. With 1:13 left on the clock, the Bucs found themselves within reach of their biggest ever fourth-quarter comeback.
Drops, short drop, looks left, goes to post, in it's gone, touchdown Bruce Hill!
Tampa Bay's wins over Philadelphia and Detroit brightened a disappointing season and showed what can happen when a team plays with passion and persistence. In Tampa Bay, the excitement is building, and excitement will be an important element in the Buccaneers' game plan this season.
If you're not excited, enthusiastic, if there's not a little bit of electricity running through the football team and running through the community, lining up in the stadium, you know, and then kind of bouncing back and forth from the turf to the stands to back and forth, I don't think you have as good a chance to win. You don't have the home field advantage that everybody else has that's up in the bit ready to play. It's still a business. You've got to know what to do. You still have to be prepared. You still have to execute. But the enthusiasm gives you the extra cutting edge. I really believe that.
Buccaneer fans are ready for the new day dawning in Tampa Bay.
I take my hat off to the Buccaneer fans, the ones that we have now and the ones that are on their way to go get their season tickets. This is, it's been pretty rough. I've been here through 3 seasons, and they haven't been the most pleasant seasons. But when they show up, they are some of the most rowdiest people, and so much fun to show off in front of. I think in 1992, they're going to be granted with one of the biggest rewards of seeing guys like Benny Testaverde show off, Gary Anderson, the big-time guys, and I think it's going to be one hell of a season.
Sam Wyche's track record and the potential of his youthful roster suggest that great things are possible. Wyche and his team are determined to make an impact on the NFL, to establish an era with emotion, and to energize a community with excitement. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now is the time. Now the adventure begins.